Right then, hello everyone, and welcome back to MMS Le Mans series. We are here for round number 8 of season 3 of LMS for the 1 hour of Imola at the Autodromo Enzo Edino Ferrari in Italy. Yes, finally, we're back with some more MMS action, and it is time for Le Mans series. We're gonna have 1 hour of action around this track, and it should be very, very exciting. Just had qualifying done, the grid is set, and it is time to go through the grid before we will go green here at Imola. And on pole position for LMP1, it is Nick Tander for Scuderia Cameron Glickenhaus, and starting alongside him on the front row, Halil Shahin for Kronstadt. Kronstadt, with the much needed push by switching to the Glickenhaus engine, have got a very, very good qualifying effort today. Starting third is Alessandro Caruso for Vanguard Team Patterson, and accompanying him on the second row is Sierra Knox in the number 47 Kronstadt. Morton O'Connor will start P5 with Michael Teller for Rebellion Racing in P6, and behind him is his teammate and championship leader, Timon de Jong, in 7th. Darius Petrauskas is the lowest of the Glickenhaus cars. He starts in 8th, followed by Langa Horigome in 9th. Alex Luan will start in 10th, the highest of the Ferraris, and accompanying him is Matthew Wattenberg, his teammate. Rob Secobulwa starts in 12th for Turismo Autosport. Then is the two Zy Grand Prix cars of Miguel Moreira and Ulken Doptar in 13th and 14th. Elnur Eshag Adam starts in P15, followed by Pronay Singa in the other Porsche Penske. And then on LMP2 pole, it is Daniel Ward for Ward International Competition. And accompanying him in second place is Giuseppe Radiantor in second. Dick Speed is the second to last LMP1. He starts 19th behind these two LMP2 cars. Then we go back to the LMP2s. Turban Toft starts third in his class for Rebellion Racing LMP2. And then it is Steiner Metzgal in the Pardubice Motorsport starting P4 in class. Then it's Zarmem Imran. They have the greatest of qualifying. He starts down in P18 in LMP1. Then it's Turmelo and Tungwana, P5 for LMP2, and P6 goes to Henrik Salsaller in the Cayo Bethes Racing. And then rounding off the LMP1 grid is Patricia Andiana San Marino, starting 19th and 25th overall. Back to the LMP2s then. P7 goes to Mavondo and Guena, and then P8 will be taken by Alois Braunau for Rebellion Racing. Hussein Chetinkaya will take P9 for Algarve Pro Racing, and Miran Evji will take 10th for Cayo Bethes Racing. Then rounding off the LMP2 grid is Tito Garcia Moreira for Featherfin Films Team Patterson, and Davido Ragano takes the last spot in LMP2. And now then on to the GTEs. Joel Michaelmacher takes pole position for Super Speed Motorsport in GTE, and he is accompanied by Formula One World Champion Harry Herholt for Filipovski Motorsport. P3 is Rodney Rakus in the Scuderia Vincenzo Ferrari Italia, and then it's Nico Ronkas in the Kurdistan Racing Team. Then rounding off the top 5, it's Rikke Wernersen in the Scuderia Moreira Corvette car, making it 5 different manufacturers in the top 5, as P6 is taken by the other Aston Martin of Marie Müller in the Kurdistan Racing Team. Then it is Denis Svoboda in the PTG Pearson, followed by Kyle Wilhelm in the other Filipovski Motorsport car. Samuel Ace starts in 9th for Zy Grand Prix GTE. Then it's Michael Van Damme rounding off the top 10 for Super Speed Motorsport. Giuseppe Stella starts in 11th in the other Pearson car. Then it's Ari Soilu in 12th for Zy GP. Pedro Della Lamy will take 13th for Scuderia Moreira, and then it is Del Penne for Arabia Racing. Behind him is the two Ninas Porsche Racing Team cars of Henry Henryson and Gerard Geertz, lining up P15 and P16 in class. And then rounding off the grid overall is Al Hamad in 17th and Inigo Montoya in the Scuderia Vincenzo Ferrari. Right, let's go down to the action then. We're just about to go green here at Imola. Cars revving up, lights coming on. We've got 8 lights here at Imola, and we're underway for the 1 hour of Imola. Everyone getting off the line then. I think there's a bit of bodywork there, but it is going to be Tanner who leads from Shahin, and then O'Connor in third, who gets Caruso through the first couple of corners. As we now head down into I haven't got my track map up, but we see Morten O'Connor then in third, as Glickenhaus have gotten away to a good start. There's Horigoma being chased down by Seppo Bulwa. There's the battle for the LMP2 lead as Chetin Kaya spins round the car and still is able to keep it on the road, but he's lost major amounts of time and has collected a few other cars behind him as well. But Tanner then leads from Shahin, O'Connor, and then Caruso as we head up the hill. Now then into the chicane, cutting it close then with the barrier on the inside line there, as it has been a relatively clean start then. Only we saw Chetin Kaya's little spin. Apart from that, it's been smooth sailing for the time being. Maybe I spoke a bit too soon. Here's Miran Evci with a bit of damage, which he picked up. Oh, this was, I think, one of the LMP2 cars ahead that collected him with the Swede. And yeah, that's Di San Marino who made contact with. That looks like one of the Algarve Racing. But then, yeah, Evci tried to take evasive maneuvers there, and then Tito Garcia Moreira just pops out of nowhere. We're going to see what happened to the Portuguese man. There he is, and I think he just went wide, loses it, collects the super speed motorsport car there, and then the Caio Bettis Racing and everything. There's just bodywork absolutely everywhere here. Heading through the corner. Looking at GTE then, it's Michael Macher in the race lead, followed by Rodney Rakus in second, and then Nico Ronkas in third. Rakus with a bit of bodywork damage. Might impair him a tiny bit, but we have seen GTE cars run with damage throughout the entire race fine before. As Tanner has now built a bit of a gap to Shahin in second. So the LMP1 leaders settling into their gaps now. Shahin being pressured by O'Connor and Caruso behind. As he now leads, then Caruso there behind. I think he's trying a move on Shahin. In fact, O'Connor got up into second. So he now takes that second spot away from Halil Shahin, which drops down to third. Oh! And that's Michael van Damme. And I think that's going to be the first DNF of the session. See what happened here. Oh dear, and yeah, major. This was quite the what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not sure, but quite a major miscalculation, I guess, if you do say it like that. Van Damme trying to re-enter, unfortunately, finds the barriers. But yeah, one of the Filipovskis was trying to come into the pit lane. Oh dear, another big accident. This is Radiantor and Knox. Oh my goodness, big accident for Sierra Knox. And well, we'll have to see. Oh, this is a major accident, it looks like, for Sierra Knox. This is heading into the Tamburello chicane, I believe it is, and she just loses it on the curb. Tries to get back on the track, grass catches the car, and then onto the gravel. Reverse into the barriers, tries to re-enter, spins out again, spins out another time on the gravel, and then just collects Radiantor. And that's such an unlucky accident that Knox tipped over into the barriers but at quite a slow speed. And then again it happens with Davido Ragano. Really, really clumsy errors from Sierra Knox. But that is a quite big impact that Radiantor sent spinning off the track. on board with David Oragano. Oh, nothing he could have done there, really. Just comes at you so fast, and yeah, that's a big shame. I think that's the Italian man's race over. Same for Giuseppe Radiantro. Got hit by one of the GTEs there. And obviously we do hope the drivers are alright. Especially Sierra Knox and David Oragano, who did take quite a bit of a tumble there. As here's Tander. Oh, everyone just piling into the back of each other here in the LMP1 race lead. Could that be damage for these guys in the top 4? Not sure. As they have condensed, though, quite a bit. So it's Tander from O'Connor, Shahin, and then Caruso. There's a bit more bodywork flying. O'Connor tries to go around the outside of his teammate for the race lead. Caruso goes off the track, and that's not going to do him any wonders as Teller now finds his way past. Shahin back up there as well, as they're now facing traffic. Look how many LMP1s. Oh dear, that's Nick Tander flipping over and over as he tried to lap the GTE car, and that's put the Australian way out of the race lead. An early disaster for Glickenhaus here, as their drivers failed to lap the GTE, and as a result it ends in a spectacular accident. As you can see here with how close this LMP1 field is, everyone is just trying to scramble to get past the GTEs as fast as possible. And this is what happened to Nick Tander. He was behind O'Connor and just misjudged the braking line straight into the back of Rodney Rakus, and I have to say that's going to be on Nick Tander. It's a bit of Tander antics. Unfortunately, he's going to have to pay the price for his antics. Rodney Rakus though with no damage, so he's fine. But this now brings Halil Shahin up into second, so Shahin will go back up with his original qualifying position, and Michael Teller for Rebellion Racing will go up into third. Oh, is that a bit of damage? Was that Alessandro Caruso going back into the back of Michael Macher? I think it might have been, or it might have been. No, it was Wattenberg. It was Wattenberg. And then it was Caruso again. So both of these guys picking up damage from Michael Macher. Traffic really proving to be a burden for these guys around Imola. It usually is in LMS, but it seems to be even more the case here in Imola, as it's only been 3 laps so far. Obviously, it is quite a short lap. It is only 5 kilometers compared to a few, or 4.9 if you want to be exact. But it is quite a short lap compared to some of the tracks we have on the calendar, like Spa, for example, and obviously Le Mans, which will be the next round after this one, in fact. So we've got quite a lot in store for these last 2 rounds. O'Connor then will be able to lead comfortably now that his teammate has been eliminated. So it's a bit of a bittersweet feeling, I do think, for Morten O'Connor, seeing his teammate taking himself out like that. So here's a battle between the LMP2s. This is Alois Braunau and Vondo Nguena. And Nguena, though, gets done round the outside by Hussein Chetinkaya, who I believe is lapped, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, yellow flag. Is that Alessandro Caruso? Yes, it is. And he's gone off the road, as he's gonna try to re-enter the track, but I think I may know what's happened here. No, I actually don't know, but this was... Did he just lose it? I think Caruso just lost it. Doesn't really look like a mechanical failure. It might be, I'm not sure. I don't think it is. But Caruso sent into the gravel trap. Bit of a shame for him, as there is Nguena and Braunau now fighting for his P19. There's Salsadar as well getting involved into the battles. He's going to go on the outside of Braunau, and he gets the Austrian man for P20 overall. As there is a bit of smoke coming off the Rebellion LMP2 car. So Braunau could be in a bit of a trouble for the rest of the race, as that is Pronay Singa out. And that's our first LMP1 DNF, I do believe. Or no, second. And well, I think this is just a failure on the car. There was no visible damage on that car in the pit lane. Apart from that, I suppose. But yes, that is going to be Singa out. And the one Porsche Penske eliminated then here in Imola. As Caruso now down to P22. Patterson really can't seem to catch a break with their LMP1 outfit. It seems like they never are just able to perform in races, and they get really unlucky. As there's Suller, did he push Nguyen out of the way? I think he might have, but either way, that's going to see Henrik going up into P19. As we're now looking at Halil Shahin, could he go for the race lead on Morten O'Connor? I think he had a look on the outside line, but Montoya got in the way of these two battling. So Shahin is going to have to be a bit more patient and wait for another opening as they now head up Tosa. Got a bit more traffic then. So that's not Tosa, that was Acqua Minerali. And this is that corner before was Variante Alta. So O'Connor then is going to try to lap Del Penne here. Shahin gets the Lalami and Del Penne under braking just about. So that now reduces O'Connor's breathing room, but O'Connor is going to get past Geertz through turn 20. So we're now looking at the battle for P9 between Zarmim Imran and Langa Horigome for 9th position. Then in P11 was Seco Bulwa, and in P12 is a damaged Miguel Moreira. Oh! And I think there was contact between him and Seco Bulwa. He tried to get past MG there and just straight into the side of Seco Bulwa. Came in a bit too hot on the brakes and almost sent Seco Bulwa rolling over. But yeah, bit of a knock. And yeah, there is Alois Brown now. And it didn't take long before the car gave up for the Austrian. It's a quite high speed off, but lucky that there's a bit of runoff there. So yeah, that is yet another DNFer then on lap 5 of the race in the 9th minute. So we're looking at Harry Harold just about looking at the GTE field. I believe it still is Michael Macher in the GTE lead, no? Who is leading GTE then? Is it Nico Ronkas? Yes, it is Nico Ronkas who leads GTE for Kurdistan Racing Team then, and in second behind him Harry Herholt for Filipovsky. We're now looking at the battle for the overall lead once again. Halil Shahin chasing down Morten O'Connor. Look how much he gained through the corners then on O'Connor. Both of them with equal engines, obviously, so it's a more level playing field between the two. As he gives O'Connor a bit of a nudge there. It's a bit naughty from Shahin, but we'll see then what he is going to be able to do as they head down the start-finish straight then. As there's Miguel Moreira, they just lapped the Portuguese man then into Tamburello. Shahin staying behind a tiny bit. I feel like the gap kind of loosened up through Tamburello, so Shahin maybe got a poor exit or something. As we're looking at the man in P3, Darius Petrauskas, he's having an absolute traffic nightmare here, as there's two GTEs battling, and oh, that was him making contact with Solo. Look, he's absolutely boxed in here, Darius Petrauskas, and Michael Teller's now going to try to get past him. There's battles going on in GTE and LMP1. This is getting chaotic. You can see how many cars are absolutely everywhere fighting for P3, and the big winner of all this, Michael Teller, who not only gets the GTEs, but Darius Petrauskas as well. Michael Teller really played his cards well. There's Tander in 4th, I do believe. Yeah, Tander, who's got himself back up into 4th, could still be on for the podium here. As we go up to the top 2 again, who have built quite a gap to the rest of the guys in LMP1. Shahin then. We'll see what he is going to be able to do. As there is Mike Teller, he's facing pressure from Nick Tander then, who's going to go to the inside, made a bit of contact there, but he gets it out wide a bit, or not wide, but he did lose the rear end there, and well, he's still able to hold that P3. And now Teller won't be too happy about Nick Tander pushing him out of the way like that, but there's nothing he can really do apart from just race him, as I think there was an off there. Yeah, that's Miguel Moreira. Just saw for a split second a car going off. Oh no, this is a completely another incident. So this is Moreira over the curb and just loses it. Bit of a shame for Miguel Moreira. This is probably not. Oh dear, as that's a major off. That's one of the GTEs. I think that's Henry Henryson. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Huge accident for Henry Henryson. And he gets tipped over by Langa Horigome and sliding on his roof through the gravel. That is a huge accident for Henry Henryson. And immediately the stewards have decided 10 seconds to Henry Henryson, or no, sorry, I mean Langa Horigome, for causing collisions, sliding on his roof. Nothing he can do, and then the barrier just tips him over again. But yeah, big off for Henryson. But he is alright, and he is able to continue, albeit he's kind of lost in the middle of the track, and it's ended horribly for him, as he's turned Salsaller around, and Nguena, and this has caused absolute chaos in LMP2. That's not how you do a re-entry, ladies and gentlemen. And that's 20 seconds for Henry Henryson. And correct me if I'm wrong here, but aren't these the LMP2 leaders? Oh no, they aren't. But you can see Nguena just tries to get out of the way, but he just starts accelerating. I don't know why he does that. That's really stupid. Because then you're just blocking more of the racing line. So, yeah, that's a really dumb maneuver from Henry Henryson. We're now looking at Nick Tander. He's built quite a comfortable gap over Michael Teller at the moment. So Tander having a decent recovery. Morgan O'Connor then trying to lap fellow LMP1 driver Di San Marino here. Patrizia Andriana Di San Marino didn't have the greatest of starts to the race either, and O'Connor's going to try to get past Di San Marino. Shahin gets past with ease as well. So you look at the battle for P3, then Teller in a bit of a Blickenhouse sandwich right now, as it's Tander in third and then Petrauskas in fifth. We're on board with Michael Teller then. Now then to Morten O'Connor as he gets past Garcia Moreira there in the LMP2 car, but Shahin not as lucky. He's getting stuck behind the Portuguese man. Finally gets past. But there is a bit more traffic up the road, namely the GTEs. We usually know how much trouble the GTEs do cause to the LMP1s. Oh, that's Armin Imran into the wall. The Canadian man in the Ferrari hits Timon de Jong and flips over into the barrier. What was the cause of this? So the one tried to go round the outside line of Timon de Jong, and just a bit sloppy from Armin Imran, I have to say so. But also it makes me wonder, where is Timon de Jong even? Because we haven't seen much of him in this race. He's in P7. But yeah, The Dutchman in the lead of the championship got very, very lucky with that accident that he wasn't collected or didn't really upset the car. So we're now looking at Teller. He's going to try to get past Tan. There's a bit of bodywork flying. Who's that from, I wonder? I'm not sure. Oh, that's Holly Shine off the road. Oh, no. And it's gone all wrong for the Kronstadt man. And that's the man in second, making a mistake and's gone off the track. Oh, big accident for Halil Shahin even. And Rodney Rakus, whom he made contact with his F1 rival. And it's a huge accident for Halil Shahin. It took him so much time before re-entering. Still trying to re-enter, but the grass is so slippery in these cars. Oh, watch out! And yeah, there's no way to really put that. Contact again. It's difficult to watch. Yeah, 40 seconds for Halil Shahin for an unsafe rejoin. This is how to not perform a rejoin in Motorsports 101, ladies and gentlemen. And you've just seen it demonstrated in front of your very eyes. Well, that's gonna put quite a smile on his face then for Morten O'Connor. Oh, here's Henrik Salsaller. Quite a big accident. That was Dan Ward who was turned around. No, Salsaller just lost it on his own. I think maybe he saw Ward and he tried to react in time. Oh, this is what happened to Daniel Ward. He tried to go onto Geertz, makes contact, and that flips the car over. Does a perfect barrel roll almost. That's impressive, but then he's just left stranded in the middle of the road. Tries to get it back going, but just spins the car around. Then spins it again, and everyone tries to react. To be fair, I don't think he can really call this an unsafe re-entry, considering it wasn't really anything he could do. There, I think there was enough time for the others to react, and they kind of just reacted poorly. Shahin now comes into the pit lane. Race ruined for Kronstadt. One their driver's DNF, the other one with a 40-second time penalty. It truly is over for them. So that's not good. That is in fact not good, but we're gonna see what happened with Tito Garcia Moreira. He was involved in the incident with Halil Shahin, so that was about it. Now looking at the man in third, Darius Petrauskas. This is obviously going to bring Michael Teller into... Or no, sorry. Yeah, it's a Glickenhaus 1-2-3 at the moment. It's O'Connor leading from Tander and then Petrauskas. So Glickenhaus currently have the best possible result they can on their hands. Looking at the man who's leading LMP2 at the moment, Torben Toft. In P8 overall. Oh, and that's Daniel Ward. And his race is over. Fire coming from the back of that Wick car, and well, yeah, that is his day coming to an end. Engine going up in flames. Again, lucky that there was runoff there, so he was able to at least get the car stopped in a relatively safe way. There's the San Marino in the pit lane. There's the man, the leader of GTs at the moment, Nico Ronkas. GT field has been relatively quiet, I do say so. Here's a battle as Pedro Dell'Alami tried to go on the inside of Del Penne through Acqua Minerali, but wasn't quite able to do so just yet. So he gets a good run out of Variante Alta. Could he try it down to Rivazza? We'll just have to wait and see, as he's got a good run on the Spiker car here now. Heading into Rivazza now. Yeah, he stays behind for the time being then, Dell'Alami. to the back of the Italian. Is he gonna be able to try it into these following corners? Not quite, but their fun might be just ruined, as behind is Alessandro Caruso. Actually hasn't been ruined. Caruso just gets past on the straight. So there is Halil Shahin in 16th. He's coming into the pits for what I believe is a scheduled stop, as that's not how you want to be coming into the pit lane, really. Or is there damage to that Kronstadt, I wonder? Gonna have to see then what's happened to Halil Shahin, if anything even did happen. And he was in the pits before, so this is another pit stop for Halil Shahin. But I think this is just a scheduled pit stop. No, this is unscheduled, so maybe there is a bit of damage to that car. Not sure where, though. Here is the battle for P4 between Tymon de Jong and Alex Luwan. And this is, I believe, for the championship as well at the moment. As he goes to the inside, Tymon de Jong, and now slips up into P4. And that's going to net him even more points in the championship. Obviously, Luwan, who currently sits 8th in the championship, his efforts weren't really advanced at Estoril when he got disqualified last time out, so he'll be wanting to make amends for it. As here's Seko Bulwa down the inside of Alex Luwan. Great move from Rob Seko Bulwa. I wasn't really expecting that move, but he did pull it off very, very nicely. And Luwan sent down to 6th, but yeah, that was from a long way back by Rob Seko Bulwa's Tymon de Jong having a bit of a moment out of the last corner, but he's able to keep it on the road for the time being. Gave us all a little scare there, but yeah, he stays in his position for the time being. So now on board with the Algarve Pro Racing. This is Hussein Chetinkaya, I believe. Yes, it is. As he is currently chasing down the Vondo and Buena for 12th overall. Heading into the final chicane then. Getting very, very close on the break of Hussein Chetinkaya. There is Alessandro Caruso. Caruso now gets past. He's going to try and get past Nguena as well. He does so. Chetinkaya tries to get as close as possible to Mvondo and Nguena. Is he going to be able to pull off a move here for P12, which I believe is P2 in class? I'm not sure. Yeah, so this is the battle for second in LMP2. Chetinkaya in the APR versus Mavondo Nguena in the World International competition. What is Chetinkaya going to be able to do then against the man who's in the lead of the championship, Mavondo Nguena? As Nguena now lapping lite värre sen through the chicane. Chetinkaya tries his luck at getting past the chicane, but it doesn't quite work for him at the moment. Here is the man, the race lead, then Morton O'Connor. He's now getting involved in this battle as Chetinkaya gets a bit of a slide and he is falling way back on Nguena now that all these guys are trying to pass him. So Chetinkaya being screwed over a bit by the blue flags. Trebello and Tungwana then at the moment, as there was a yellow flag there for a tiny bit, and oh, that's Alex Luan off the road, and I think he's out. I think that is a mechanical failure for the Ferrari. I'm unsure, but yeah, that's gonna see the Vietnamese man come home pointless in yet another race. And yeah, car just shuts off. Nothing Luan can do there, really. It's a bit of a shame for him as he sits P8 in the championship. That could drop him even further, as he is already the lowest of the Ferraris at the moment. Looking at the GTEs, here is Marie Müller being currently chasing down Samuel Ace. Just saw Rob Sekobulwa get past Samuel Ace at the moment. Heading down into Givatsa. Is Müller going to be able to do anything from this far back? No, but does get a tiny bit closer under braking. Bit of a slide though, heading out of the Rivatsas, so yeah, that might cost her a tiny bit, but she's still all over the back of the Zai GTE man, Samuel Ace. As they now head down the start-finish straight, Müller's gonna get that slipstream behind the American. Is she gonna be able to try anything into Tamburello? Heading into Tamburello now, no. Müller will have to stay behind. As here Steiner Metzgal, ooh, big accident for the Pardubice Motorsport, and he lost it and got collected by Pedro Della Lamy. And that just flipped the car over, but no major damage it looks like to that Pardubice LMP2 car. And yeah, Metzgal as well with a decent rejoin. Feels like the first time we've seen that this race. I have to say that the rejoining standards of this race has been awful so far. As we look at Nguena, and this is the man in second, and he's gone into the back of Michaelmacher. That's not gonna do the Cameroonian any wonders whatsoever. Third, sorry, not second, but Nguena now with damage is gonna have to come into the pits, and that's gonna bring Hussein Chetinkaya onto the podium for LMP2. So we're looking at Miguel Moreira, and his race has been absolutely awful so far, and he spun out. Timon de Jongs hit him as he spun, but the Dutchman again so lucky to not pick up any damage whatsoever. Here's De Jong then hurling it through the chicane. Here is Ulken Doptar then in the Zai Grand Prix. Halil Shahin down in 16th, Alessandro Caruso down in 18th. Not the greatest day for the pair of them. Here is Marie Müller as well, and we're going to see how she got past Samuel Ace. Jacinto Acqua Minerali. Return 11 has a bit of a look on the inside and kind of bumps Samuel Ace out of the way, and then they are side by side heading down into Variante Alta, and that gives Müller the inside line, and Ace just kind of has to back off there. But yeah, that is Marie Müller up into P27 overall, and I think third in class. Here's Morten O'Connor, and we're going to see what happened to O'Connor here. So this is lapping FG. So yeah, no issues there for Morten O'Connor. Still a Rebellion 1-2-3 then. Not Rebellion, sorry. Glickenhaus 1-2-3 at the moment. As we're now looking at the next man who'd like to get past Samuel Ace. None other than his teammate Ari Soilu. He's looking very, very close. He's going to go to the inside line into Tamburello. They go door to door and in fact make a bit of contact, but he does get past his teammate, and Giuseppe Stella takes the opportunity as well and gets past Samuel Ace. Good stuff then from Stella and Soilu, but Samuel Ace just not on the pace at the moment. Stella then will be chasing down Soilu. He will definitely want another position. BMW, who weren't looking that strong here in qualifying. We'll see what Giuseppe is going to be able to do with that car then. Racing quietly down after 32 minutes to go in this race. Steiner Metzcal is going to try to get past Toft here, around the outside line through the final chicane, and gets it done easily 4-7. But Metzcal being blocked by Müller here, as Toft is going to try and chase down the Pardubica car. Oh, that's smoke though from Steiner Metzcal, who I believe is in the LMP2 lead if I'm not mistaken. And oh yeah, there he goes, and he is out of the race. Steiner Metzcal in the lone Pardubica Motorsport, who I believe was in the lead of the race, now out of the 1 hour of Imola. And that's quite a shame for Steiner Metzcal. Pardubica Motorsport could have been on for their second win there, but the engine just goes, and now that puts Torben Toft back into the LMP2 race lead. Here's Timon de Jong lapping Miguel Moreira. Oh, bit of contact there between the two, but Timon de Jong, lucky as always, no damage for him as he gets past Hussein Chetinkaya. with Rob Sekobulwa then in 12th. Here's the battle for P11 overall, as he has a look on the outside of Langa Horigome, but isn't able to do anything on the Aston Martin man just yet, as they head through Acqua Minerale. Sekobulwa getting good exit, having a look on the outside. What is he going to be able to do then, as they are approaching traffic now? That's going to slow down Horigome a bit, and this could be Sekobulwa's opportunity to try and get past. And Horigome goes to the inside. Sekobulwa's going to follow him through, so no issue there. There's Saller going around the outside line of Çetinkaya as well. So Henrik Saller taking very good opportunity of the blue flags there. As Sekobulwa and Horigome now are going to go side by side. I do think Sekobulwa is going to try to go for the move on the inside line, but no, isn't close enough into turn 1. And I think that's the right call. Sekobulwa is going to have to stay behind through the first couple of corners then. As he is still really close on the back of the Aston Martin. Just have to see if he is going to be able to do anything here. At the moment though, he is biding his time, being patient behind the Aston Martin driver at the moment. Sekobulwa getting a bit closer, but Horigome seemed to get the better exit there. But Sekobulwa's going to try it on the inside line once again, but he's been boxed in by the GTE of Montoya. And Sekobulwa won't be too happy about that, but Horigome gets out a bit wide, as there's a yellow flag. Who is that? Who is the yellow? Oh, that's Di San Marino, who we're just seeing there. And she's gone off the road. I think this is the mechanical failure. We're just looking at Horigome. This is his teammate. It's had quite a torrid race. And that torrid race coming to an end like this. It's a bit of a shame for Di San Marino. But it's all about just keeping your head down and moving on to the next one. And obviously it is important to focus on the next one, because that is the legendary 2.4 hours of Le Mans. Here's Michael Teller then, getting a bit of a slide. But is able to keep it, no problem. Still then at the front of Glickenhaus, 1, 2, 3. I don't know why I keep saying Rebellion, but Glickenhaus, 1, 2, 3 at the top. Basically looking untouchable at the moment, unless fuel issues start to hit again for Glickenhaus, which it did in Estoril. Looking through the GTs then. There is Morton O'Connor in the race lead, has been leading for basically since lap 1. Basically has had no issues whatsoever. And we'll see then if Glickenhaus manage to secure this 1, 2, 3, that could propel them to the leading championship. They are 146 points behind Scuderia Ferrari at the moment. But if they could bag a big result like this, that could definitely throw them for contention of the team's championship come Le Mans. Petrauskas, this is. He is chasing down his teammate Nick Tander, so we could have a bit of a swap for positions here, as Petrauskas won that second away from the Australian Nick Tander. A bit of risky battling for positions, and you never know what happens under battling. But we just have to wait and see. There's Michael Teller coming to the pit lane. I think that's a scheduled stop. Looks like it. As he comes in. And yeah, Teller in for a scheduled stop. Now on board with Darius Petrauskas. Chasing down Nick Tander through the chicane. On the curb there, Tander gets a bit better of an exit, but through braking, you see how close Petrauskas gets under braking. So it is the low-speed corners in which he shines. As there's Ricky Van Hersen now, as both of them lap lead Dane in the GTE. Rocco Minerale now, and you really do see that Petrauskas seems to be the faster man, but I would assume it is difficult to follow, considering dirty air and whatnot, as he gets a very good run out of Variante Alta now, and he could definitely try it down into Rivazza. We'll just have to wait and see if he's going to be able to do anything here. Under braking, they touch a tiny bit, but it's not that big to affect any of them, as Petrauskas gets a good run out of Rivazza now. Will he be able to do anything on his teammate Tander? He was thinking about the inside line there, but wasn't able to do anything as they head out of the final corner now. And now then, Petrauskas is going to have the slipstream on his teammate Tander. Will he be able to try anything into Tamburello? Yes, he does. He goes to the inside line, and they swap positions. Darius Petrauskas, clean and simple move through into P2, goes the Lithuanian. Petrauskas then will be second. So good stuff from him. Executed that move very, very well, and was very patient behind teammate Tander to get up into second. Looking through the field then. Oh, that's Ari Soilu going off the road, and I think Caruso's damage as well. What's happened here? Let's do the chicane then. This is Caruso trying to get past Soilu, and just goes into the back of him. There's really no other way to put it, but stupid from Alessandro Caruso. And Soilu just spins round. Oh, I think he made contact with Stella there. And yeah. That's a bit of a shame for Ari Soilu, as that's gonna be a lot of time lost for the Finn. Is, I believe, Halil Shahin, who is in 10th at the moment, so he's caught up a few positions, and we're on board with him at the moment. They're up ahead, it's Blanco Morigoma, so Shahin could at least salvage something in this race, as he's going to try to get past Morigoma then into Tamburello. They stay behind. He stays behind. I don't know what he goes. As here he goes then to the inside, in fact, through the left-hander. Khalil Shahin gets the move done on Langa Horigome. Good stuff from Shahin, and that will be Turkish man in the front stand up into ninth. Here's Shahin, and immediately his gains come undone. He's gone into the back of Rikke Wernersen through Aqua Minerali, and it's going to be damage for him once again. This is the one thing Khalil Shahin really cannot adapt to when it comes to endurance racing, and that is lapping GTEs. And just as he pulls out a very good move on Horigome, just into the back of Rikke Wernersen. Such a stupid maneuver. And Wernersen, well, lucky not to have any damage either. Here's the man in P5 we just saw, Melno Reshagadam. As I think the pit stop window has opened, so I think we're going to have a lot of scheduled stops now in these last 20 minutes. Shahin is in, but that's for damage. Hussein Çetinkaya is going to come in for a stop. Fuel light is on, but now I think a period of uncertainty could start for Glickenhaus, because they, in the strategy department, do tend to get a bit English the people in the Glickenhaus strategy department do tend to get it a bit wrong with fuel calculations. We'll just have to wait and see, though. Hopefully it won't happen for them, because otherwise that'll be a perfectly fine 1, 2, 3 thrown away, which could be huge points in the championship. We'll just have to wait and see them. What is going to happen? Could happen, it couldn't. Çetinkaya is coming in. Wilken Doktar will be the first man, as there's a bit of bodywork. Which car is that from? Is that one of the Glickenhauses? It is, and it's from Nick Tander, and immediately the 1, 2, 3 has been broken up. And Tander was in pursuit of Petrauskas here, and he was too occupied with fighting Petrauskas, he forgot about the GT ahead of him. Oh, Nick Tander has just ruined Glickenhaus's 1, 2, 3. And well, what is there to say? Timon de Jong's now going to take third. And it's only turned into a 1-2 now. Morten O'Connor then, as I did talk, it is pit stop window time, but O'Connor doesn't seem to be coming in. No issues for him at the moment in terms of fuel mileage. Neither is it for Petrauskas. So the Glickenhaus is maybe going a bit late. Not sure. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. De Jong is coming in, so there's no problem for him there. Sekabulu and Caruso bang wheels through the chicane. As they are side by side, and I think the low fuel light is on. Oh no, the low fuel light is on for Morten O'Connor. Is he gonna make it to the end? I don't think he's gonna make it. This could pose to be quite the issue for Glickenhaus. We're just gonna have to hope Morten O'Connor comes in. Otherwise, it's a perfectly fine race lead thrown away for Glickenhaus. Henry's just exited the voice chat. I guess you can tell what is going on right now. What is there to say, really? O'Connor then. We just have to see, is he coming in this lap? No! He's not. He is coming in. Thank goodness. But then the question is he gonna make it to the end? There is Trumedo and Tungwan. He's got the low fuel light on as well. Oh, it's gonna be difficult. Petrauskas isn't coming in. That's gonna be quite difficult. And I think this is the reason why Glickenhaus aren't winning the championship at the moment. Oh, even worse for Glickenhaus. Look what's happened. And it's damage for Morten O'Connor. That's adding salt to the wounds. El Nureshek Adam, having a bit of a moment through the chicane, loses it. And just Morten O'Connor goes straight into the side of him. And to be fair to El Nureshek Adam, he was out of control there. Wasn't really much he could do. But yeah, shame for the pair of them, really. As there is Miguel Moreira, and I've kind of lost track of the times he's gone off now, but it's really been a torrid weekend for Miguel Moreira and Zai Grand Prix as a whole. And just goes off. I think it's a mechanical failure. Pretty big off into the barriers. Yeah, and I think the car goes. Yeah, car just shuts off. And Moreira, his weekend comes to an end. As Taylor heads through turn 10, yellow flags for, I do think it is. Tanner is in. Thank goodness. Oh wait, no, Tanner is in for his damage. So Tanner is in, Petrauskas is coming in, O'Connor is coming in as well. O'Connor with damage, so he's going to have a bit of extra time. But considering how big his race lead is, I think he can afford to repair his damages. And Tuana is coming in. He's got the low fuel light on, so we'll see if the man, the Delta Competizione, is going to be able to get it into the pits. Oh my god. Oh dear, it's happened. It has happened, ladies and gentlemen. Morten O'Connor, the man who's been leading from pole position in all of these minutes, is out of the 1 hour of Imola with 14 minutes to go. And there's Petrauskas as well. Absolute heartbreak for Glickenhaus. I can't believe it. That is the most crucial of points squandered for Scuderia Cameron Glickenhaus. 1, 2, 3, absolutely ruined here at Imola. Oh, I cannot believe it. I really cannot. But that is going to see a new race leader. I think that's going to put Tymon de Jong in the race lead. I'm not sure. I think that puts Tymon de Jong provisionally in the race lead. Shahin with damage again. Certainly Kronstadt will not be getting the race win here with how Halil Shahin has been driving today. Oh, that's Michael Teller. And that's Teller sliding across the road. I think, is that Teller out? Is that a failure from Michael Teller? I'm not sure. It looks like it. That's a pretty high speed off. Lucky that there's a lot of runoff there, though, for Michael Teller. So, yeah, he stays. Well, he is out. That's O'Connor and Petralskas. Oh, that's such a bad sight to see, really. And now Tander is going to be Glickenhaus's last hope here at Imola, as that is going to put one of the Rebellions out. Teller is out, and now Rebellion are also relying on one car, and that is the man, the leader championship, Timon de Jong. Currently sits in P6 and has pitted, so he looks very, very good to be able to inherit the race lead here. As now Matthew Wattenberg goes into a provisional race lead. Nick Tander is in second, so at least there is at least one of the Glickenhauses will be on the podium. And he is currently chasing down Matthew Wattenberg as well, so he could maybe still have a Glickenhaus in the race lead. So it might not be all over for Scuderia Cameron Glickenhaus, even though they've lost valuable points. Oh, and that's Seko Bulwa. He's gone into the back of Marie Müller. And, well, that's not gone too well for Rob Seko Bulwa. And that's going to give the Ugandan man damage to the front of his car. Turismo Autosport. Going well for them. Oh, that's Hüseyin Çetinkaya. And that is the Turkish man off the road, and I think he's out. I think he has a failure for Hüseyin Çetinkaya. Big shame that he was running quite well, but that's going to be the Algarve Pro Racing car out, and that's both of the APRs out. So need the replay here again. Just went out. Don't know why we saw it again, but yeah, Seko Bulwa is gonna have to come in. Langa Horigome minding his own business currently in P5. Nick Tander will still be chasing down. Yeah, he'll still be chasing down Wattenberg for the race lead. Wattenberg is coming in though, so that's going to be Tander in the race lead, so might not be completely over for them here at Imola, as I did say. This is going to bring Timon de Jong into second as well, so really, really good stuff from Timon de Jong this race as well. So we have 10 minutes left on the clock here at Imola. And we'll just have to wait and see what's going to happen in these last 10 minutes, because this is where the race could be decided, ladies and gentlemen. It's de Jong behind, facing pressure from a lapped Ulken Doptar, as Torben Toft and Rob Seko Bulwa are currently in the pits. Langa Horigome in fourth at the moment. Could it be a podium for Aston Martin here today at Imola? We'll have to wait and see if that will be the case. But Aston Martin, who haven't actually scored a podium in LMS so far. At least they're on a P1 outfit. But yeah, Walter with Aston Martin Racing haven't scored a podium, so this could possibly be their first. There is Tander then, trying to get Torben Toft, or lapping Torben Toft, who's the LMP2 race leader. Tander doing quite well for himself right now, even though it looked quite uncertain for him to continue on in this race. Here is Langa Horigoma, and we just saw him. That's Elnur Adam in the pit lane. So there's about 7.5 minutes left then in this session. There's Zarmin Imran. Then it is Nico Ronkas, I believe, in the GT race lead, if I'm not mistaken. Herholt is in the lead of GT. As this is Samuel Ace, and he's going to go to the inside of Gerard Geertz. The two side by side. Ace gets it down through the exit of the chicane, and he is up into P23 overall. As we're now looking at the battle, I think this is a battle for P7. I do believe, yes it is, between Caruso, Seko Bulwa, and then Elnur Eshag Adam there behind. So this is going to be quite interesting to see. Seko Bulwa chases down Caruso through the chicane. Caruso then is going to face a bit of traffic from Kyle Wilhelm, and Seko Bulwa gets boxed in there. That was perfect from Alessandro Caruso. Now then, that's going to build at least a bit of a gap between Seko Bulwa and Caruso. So he stays where he is at the moment. As here comes Langa Horigoma into the pit lane. That was a bit close between the other cars, but yeah, Horigoma comes in. There's Tymon de Jong now running in second. De Jong doing very, very well then in second. Here is Wattenberg then. He's being chased down by Nick Tander. So Tander, I actually don't think he was able to get on the podium there. Or was he? I'm not sure. No, he's in the race lead. I'm absolutely joking. I don't know what I'm saying. Sorry. The Tander in the race lead. Then De Jong in second. And in third, Matthew Wattenberg, who's just been lapped by Nick Tander. Nick Tander has just lapped the man in third. That is ridiculous. So I think it's gonna be, well, there's still 3.5 minutes to go, so I don't want to say anything here. But if Tanner goes on to get the win, I think it'll be a bit of a bittersweet feeling for Glickenhaus. This is on board with Caruso then. He's been overtaken by Langa Hori, Goma and Rob Segabula, so he's dropped down 2 positions here. And well, he's going to try to get up. He's going to try to get his 2 positions back, I'm sure of it. But at the moment, he's just staying behind. Here's Nick Tanner. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. I'm done. I'm absolutely done. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, does it get any worse for Scuderia Cameron Glickenhaus in this race? It really doesn't. Nick Tanner, stuck in 3rd, has to come into the pit lane and retire. They've just bottled the race lead again. I cannot believe it. Oh. The silence speaks volumes, I do think. There's no, and Wattenberg has damage as well. He looked to be the favorite to maybe inherit this, but he's just gone into the side of Harry Hairhold. And now this, with not even 1.5 minutes to go, is going to bring Timon de Jong into the race lead. The man who's in the lead of the championship. Oh my god! As I just do say that, Timon de Jong has spun round. Oh my god, it is absolutely massive. We were just talking, oh, Timon de Jong is gonna get in the race lead, and then he spins out. Oh my god, and de Jong is just scrambling to try to get that car back on the road. I've jinxed him. I've absolutely jinxed Timon de Jong here, and you can see he's just scrambling to get that car back on the road. Oh my goodness. I don't think it's going to be the win for Timon de Jong. If he at least gets a safe re-entry here, he could salvage a podium. I should maybe like stop commentating forever, honestly. I should maybe not ever commentate Le Mans Series ever again. 20 seconds for Timon de Jong, and look, he's just absolutely wrecked his own car. I cannot believe it. This is championship leader Timon de Jong, who was looking to inherit the best race win possible. I'm dead, bro. I'm absolutely dead. What is this? I feel like we've just gone through like all the stages of grief at the same time. Timon de Jong. Who's gonna win this? Timon de Jong is out, Matthew Wattenberg is damaged, Nick Tanner is out. We could have an LMP2 be the overall race winner. That is ridiculous. Oh my god, we could have, for the first ever time in Le Mans Series, I'm not sure if this has ever happened before, but we could have an LMP2 win a race. Torben Toft in the Rebellion Racing LMP2 is gonna inherit first place. I can't believe it, the timer has run down to 0. I think he's gonna get it. It's a Zeit. it's a Zycar 2-3. I think it's going to be Ulkin Doptar who's going to win here. Unless Seiko Bulwa is going to go to the inside. This is the battle for the LMP1 lead. And Seiko Bulwa is just going to get it. Doptar gets done by Caruso here. It's just going to be to the final couple of corners. What an unexpected race win it's going to be for the LMP1s. But I think it is going to be this man. Who thought the race was going to end like this? I certainly didn't. But we're going to have a very, very good race win. And LMP2, for the first time, wins overall. Torben Toft wins the overall 1 hour of Imola. That is a ridiculous finish. And it is going to be Turismo Autosport, I think, with their first ever race win just on the final lap of the race. Rob Seco Bulwa wins for Turismo Autosport here at Imola, and they get gifted their first ever race win. What a moment for Turismo Autosport. And in GTE, this is Gerard Geerts. We're actually going to see what happened between him and Tymon de Jong. See, that car is heavily damaged. This was a huge accident as well for Gerard Geerts. Tymon de Jong bounces back up. Oh god, that is really scary for Gerard Geerts. Hopefully he is alright, but he'll certainly be feeling that one in the morning. That's to say the least. And de Jong. Oh, de Jong. What is there to say about Tymon de Jong? 20-second time penalty and just takes himself out. That's shameful from Tymon de Jong, I have to say. Caruso ends up on the podium for LMP1. Khalil Shahin with damage. Langa Horigome, I think I don't even know where he is. I think he's on the, no, he isn't on the podium. It's P4, I believe. I'm not sure. Wow. That is I think that's the craziest end to a race I think we've ever had. Or not craziest, but I'd say one of the craziest race wins we have ever had in LMS. Just took a turn after another. Wow, I have to say, what an end to the race. And what a finish as well between the two LMP1s, I have to say. That went down to basically the last corner for Seco Bulwa. They just took it in the end, so that's really good to see. But, yeah. Oh, hello. Either way, I think, yeah, there we go. So, your overall top 3 is Torben Toft, Rob Seco Bulwa, and Alessandro Caruso. Torben Toft wins overall and LMP2. That's such a weird thing to say. I don't think we've ever had. I'm gonna need Seawolf to back me up on this, but I don't think we've ever had an LMP2 win overall. Yeah, LMP1 race win goes to the man who finished second. Rob Seco Bulwa for Turismo Autosport. Really good to see Turismo getting a race win as well. GTE race win goes to, I believe, Harry Herhold. Yes, Harry Herhold for Filipovski Motorsport. That is gonna be the South Africans. What is it? It's his first race win, in fact. That's Harry Herold's first race win. He wins for the first time in LMS. So yeah, good stuff then. We've had a lot of first-time race winners, apart from Torben Toft. This is his third race win, I do believe. Yes, third race win for Torben Toft. But yeah, I have to say, it's been a very interesting race, so to say. That is, though, the 1 hour of Imola wrapped up. It's been certainly an interesting race, and a very exciting one at that as well. Next round, is none other than the legendary 2.4 hours of Le Mans at Circuit de la Sarthe. Make sure to not miss that. That's going to be the crown jewel of the LMS calendar, the big one, so to say. So make sure to not miss that. We'll have more MMS action from our other series as well when Kai returns in only a few days, actually. So be on the lookout for F1 coming back, and then obviously LMS and GT as well. But until then, I have been Miran. Thank you for watching Le Mans series, and we will see you for the 2.5 hours of Le Mans at Circuit de la Sarthe. Thank you